Is perfect for gifts.
Spencer Kuehn Fine Jewelry Studio.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
Design or shop now at morgantownjeweler.com.
It's Spencer and Kuehn, yeah, it's fine jewelry.
At Spencer Kuehn Fine Jewelry Studio, we embrace unique.
A type of necklace, maybe. It's a bunch of different colors.
And since we do everything in-house, we can make any dream come true.
Make it kind of look like a rainbow.
Embrace unique.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
At Spencer Kuehn Fine Jewelry Studio. Design or shop now at morgantownjeweler.com.
It's Spencer and Kuehn, yeah, it's fine jewelry.
At Spencer Kuehn Fine Jewelry Studio, we embrace unique.
A type of necklace, maybe. It's a bunch of different colors.
And since we do everything in-house, we can make any dream come true.
Make it kind of look like a rainbow.
Embrace unique.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
At Spencer Kuehn Fine Jewelry Studio, we embrace unique.
A type of necklace, maybe. It's a bunch of different colors.
And since we do everything in-house, we can make any dream come true.
Make it kind of look like a rainbow.
Embrace unique.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to Spencer Kuehn Fine Jewelry Studios live melt Mondays. Today's Monday, and we are not melting something right now, but that does not mean that we haven't melted in the past. We have melted all sorts of things in the past that we are repurposing into new pieces, because that's what we do here very often. We take old jewelry and that no one is wearing and that needs a little bit of new life breathed into it, and we breathe new life into it. That's what we do. So again, I am Katherine at Spencer Kuehn Fine Jewelry Studio. Hello to Facebook. Hello to Instagram. Where else are we? We're on Twitter. We are on Kick, YouTube. Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. It's always fun here. We always try to have fun, even if we're not feeling the best. We still try. We still try to have fun. And so we are going to be today, we're going to be not melting, but we're going to be working on the pieces that we have repurposed the metal and melted things and turned them into new. We've got all sorts of little projects that I've started that are all in the mix. And so I can't wait to finish some of these and get them out in the case and have them ready to go for everybody. So one more time, we are not melting today, but we are going over the pieces that we did melt, and I am slowly but surely working on them, because while I'm working on these, I also have all sorts of clients who are waiting for their beautiful pieces as well. So I just want to recap. We have made earrings, okay, and I still have to polish these, but we took some diamond rings. I took this ring and I reset a blue diamond into it. I still have the halo from the other piece. I still have the halo from the other piece that I'm working on, but we took the diamonds from the center of those and we made these earrings. I still have to polish those. These were earrings that were practice for making those, which I really love how those turned out. They're so cool. They're so cool. So here's the front view of those. Those were those emeralds. We had the ruby rings. Well, this ruby ring is now no longer a ring. It is now set into a pendant slide that I made for it. And I'm going to be combining that with a pearl. I'm going to show you guys how we glue pearls today. So I've got that. The other ruby is loose, my loose ruby. And I have all of the parts and pieces in line for what I'm going to be doing with that. So I have to do some soldering. We've got that. We've got this. I am going to be putting a pearl there. Let's see if I can raise this up. Oh, goodness gracious. There we go. All right, so we've got that other ruby. And if you remember, those were antique lab created rubies. So they are very old, but they are not natural. They're one of the first, not these in particular, but one of the early batches of lab created stones. What else do I have? Oh, and then I still have the bracelet that I'm working on. And so where I am with this is just putting all of the finishing touches on the bracelet. So I'm working on that. The other projects that we had, I had all of these baguette diamonds. The baguette diamonds in the bag. Okay, they're all in the bag and they're ready to go into that bar pendant. So that is ready to go on the docket. And then, you know what? I started making this design for this really large marquee smoky quartz. And I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I don't know why, but I'm not. So I'm going to change gears on that. Still going to use the same metal. I might remelt it, repurpose it one more time. But we'll see where that goes. So first things first, what I'm going to do first is I am going to attach these pieces together. So I have this awesome pink-ish, champagne-ish freshwater Baroque pearl. And I have the large lab-created antique ruby. I made by melting the stock from that. Let's see here. I melted this stock. So I took the ring and I melted it down into a piece that was big enough to create a bail. And so this is now a slide pendant. And then I will glue these pieces together and hook them together to make a pendant. So
Like this big, if you want to see that happen.
So let's see here. So for example, when it is done, when it is all glued and dried, it'll slide nicely onto there. Ooh, pretty pink. And then this piece, after it is glued, there we go, that will hook onto there. And then we'll have an awesomely amazing pendant. And that will be cool. So let's do that first because our glue will then have time to dry. So this is what we typically use here to glue our pearls. We use this 2-part epoxy. I've got some fresh new epoxy. Oh my gosh. My cold is not allowing me to have finger strength. We're going to pretend that I have finger strength here. All right, so 2-part epoxy works just like that. It is 2 parts. It is a hardener and a glue. And so this is what we are working on. And you know, if you like our videos, if you want to press the like button, that would be wonderful. We would love it if you would share these videos. If anyone has any questions about gluing, you are welcome to leave us a comment down below and we can show you how to do these things at home. So this is the type of glue that we use. And like I said, it is a 2-part epoxy. And this one, I like it because I can just quickly squeeze out what I need. Okay, but I still have to make sure that the parts are even. So right now, my 2 parts in my 2-part epoxy are not even. And so to make sure that I have 2 parts that are even, I also make sure to put the cap back on, lined up the right way, to try to make sure that it's not ooey gooey messy. Okay, so now I'm going to put that away. And my 2 parts, you can see here when I squeezed them out, they are not even. So I'm going to make sure that they are even by guesstimating. Guesstimating exactly how much of each I need. I'm going to look and see, and I'm going to give it a good stir. If anyone has ever mixed paint colors together before, like painting a painting. Has anyone ever painted a painting out there? Anybody? I have painted a painting. Charlotte's painted a painting, right? I think Jamie's painted a painting. I know Yoni's painting a painting. John. Has anyone seen John's paintings? He paints so many paintings. He's like the painting master around here.
Trying to think of a clever name.
Anyway, if anyone has ever mixed together paint to paint onto a canvas, this is kind of a similar process because you want to keep all of your paint in one spot instead of having it go all over your mixing area. You want to utilize as much paint as possible. All right, so I have pre-drilled a hole into the top of my pearl. You can see that there, and this is going to go into the hole, and I am going to use my handy dandy saw blade that is broken to help put the glue into the hole first. So I'm just putting that down into the hole, trying to avoid getting glue anywhere other than where it needs to go.
It's recycling.
So I've got my glue in the hole, and this post I've also pre-polished. I've pre-polished this itty tiny post so that it is shiny up top and I don't have to worry about polishing that after the fact. So I'm going to push that in. And I'm going to give it a nice extra firm push, trying to make sure that my ring is exactly how I want it to hang. And then, just to make sure that things stay where they're supposed to stay and the glue doesn't, you know, push up my piece,
Aww.
I am going to carefully clamp this together with my itsy tiny clamp. because little baby clamps are fun. Oh, do you still have that painting? Oh, Angela, yeah, that was a fun painting. I'm glad you still have that. How are you? I hope you're doing well. All right, so I've just got that clamped in place. All right, and so I'm just going to set that aside now. It's just going to hang out. And that is a 5-minute epoxy. So for those of you who are just joining us or coming in, this was the epoxy that I used. If you like using epoxy, like us. It is a 5-minute epoxy. So in about 5 minutes, I could check on that to see how it's doing. But it's sitting in the clamp. And I also like to put my wet glue over next to where the thing is drying, so that other people know that it is drying and they don't touch it. And I also leave the glue over there so that I can check the glue when I come back in 5 minutes to make sure that it has hardened properly. So if the glue hasn't hardened properly, then the glue on my piece of paper is still going to be a little sticky or tacky. And then I know that it has not hardened properly. And I might redo the process to make sure that, you know, everything is glued exactly as it should. So we'll let that glue over there. And we will also put this pendant over there, waiting patiently. Okay, so I want to talk about this bracelet. Look at this big thing. This is a beast, and I love it. And it's kind of cool because so right now it is definitely big enough that it should be able to fit over most hands. Okay, but I've also made it where if you press it, it clicks into place a little bit smaller, which is kind of fun. So if you need it a tiny bit smaller, you can actually make it a tiny bit smaller. What, Charlotte? Was so funny? Just the click. I did. I clicked it.
How do you unclick it?
And that it's already unclicked. I already did it. I unclicked it already. See, I can just press it again. Click. And then I just take it and it's open again. What? Oh, she's dying over there. She's just okay. She wasn't ready. All right. So right now I've got this big quartz set here, and I decided to set a turquoise over here. And then I've got all these little gold granule beads, which actually go to the inside as well, and they move. They all move a tiny bit, which is fun. They jingle. You can't hear it because it's such a tiny jingle.
Texture.
Anyway, and then I've got little flush set diamonds along the side there. I've got a gold accent. The stone, I did decide to set that in the yellow gold because it kind of accentuates the color of the stone. But I have to go back through, and I have all these places where I've put lines in between my gold pieces, and I need to get those lines back. I think I'm going to leave all of this black because I think I like it better that way. So, oh my gosh, there goes the voice. Huh. I am sick. I'm sorry. I'm 6 feet away from all of you, though. So you don't have to worry about catching it. Yeah. Anyway, where'd my little piece go? I already brought it out, didn't I? What'd I put? There it is. Okay. So to polish up all of these teeny little gold granules, I'm actually going to use a polishing one of these. Duber. Maybe that's why John always calls them dubers. Pinkwheel. So it creates a high polish on a surface, but what I've done is I've created a little indentation in the top of it using a round burr so that it will want to cup around all of the little yellow pieces on the bracelet.
So you customized the tool.
So I customized my tool to fit my needs. And if you like customizing tools, then you can like us in the comments. Because I like customizing tools too. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of shine up some of these gold granules. Okay. These are shiny, and these are not. It's a little tough to see. I don't know how close we can get. Oh, there we go. There's the shine. Okay, so those are shiny, and those are not. Shiny, not. Okay, so I can shine the rest of those up. The other thing that I have to do is I have to get my lines back after blackening. So, to get my lines back, I can also use one of those pink wheels, but I need to use one that has a very fine edge.
You asked if the bracelet is your favorite.
Is the bracelet my favorite? Oh, well, I really do like the bracelet a lot. I mean, sometimes it's really hard to make something that you really like and then put it out. But these things just have to grow up and find their own way in the world. And so even though I'd like to keep this with me forever, I have to let it go. Because I do really like it a lot. A lot. Yeah. No, it's okay. We can still jam out on that. I'm just looking for a tool. See if this. All right. There are all sorts of little things that I need to do for the finishing on this piece. I need to shine the gold back up and, continue working on my lines and get those designs. But I'm pretty excited for how this is turning out. And yeah, I'm excited to be able to put this out. So this will be a new piece coming up soon. And let's check on our pearl, because I'm sure it's been 5 minutes, right? Maybe? Probably. All right, so I'm going to unclamp. Looks like it's pretty good in there. Let me check my glue. It's pretty stiff. So we're pretty good. All right, so let's attach these two guys together. And take a look at our finished pendant. All right. So there it is. There's our finished pendant. Pretty exciting. I like it. Okay, let's see how this guy looks. He's very fancy. But the nice thing about using this lab created ruby and the freshwater pearl is that this piece has a really big look without having a huge price tag. So I can't clasp it. It's not coordinated. All right. Is that cool? Oh no, it's bright. Here, wait, let me take this. There we go. Ooh.
Really cool.
Pretty cool. All right. So that guy's together. I just have to, I do like to let my epoxy cure for 24 hours before I actually wear anything, as everybody else should also do. Okay. But in general, there's the finished piece. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to be working on these other pieces next week as well. I will kind of make some headway and maybe we'll do a little soldering next week. And I hope that you can tune in again. And if you liked what you saw, you should definitely rejoin us. And you should like us and comment and share so that your friends can see what we do here too, because that would be awesome. And we appreciate everybody who has liked and shared in the past. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. So next week, one more time, we are not melting new pieces because goodness, so fine, I finished the pendant, but I got this pendant, I got that pendant, I got that pendant. There's so many pendants. Got so many to do. So I'm not going to create more work for myself before I finish what I started. We're going to work on these next week and make some headway. We'll put some new pieces out on the website, online. As soon as we have them out, we'll post them on Facebook. And right here, you guys can see what is coming up. So, you can always put first dibs in. I'm just saying. If you need to do that, send us a message. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I can't wait to see you all next week, and I hope you have a wonderful week, a great afternoon on this beautiful Monday, and check us out next week. Thank you.
We make jewelry, for every moment.
Well, sometimes it's for like an engagement ring or marriage. Sometimes it's for a special occasion. Jewelry is perfect for gifts.
Spencer and Kuehn Fine Jewelry Studio.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
Design or shop now at morgantownjeweler.com.
It's Spencer and Kuehn, yeah, it's fine jewelry.